Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock. It's time for a review show special. Now, this is where I take a deep dive into a particular company and a particular product, and I basically tell you what it's like. You know, normally with the review shows that come out on a Wednesday, we spend a bit of time on each product, but with a review show special, we spend more time on one particular product. And today, I wanted to do a review show special on this. I was considering actually doing it as a Hidden Gems, but then I decided as a review show special, we're going to be looking at Nothing in Transit 2.0 by Dave Forrest. And the reason I want to review this is because the original Nothing in Transit that came out probably about 15 years ago now was such a big deal for me at the time. It's something that I used to perform every single chance I got. It was like, at the time I was doing restaurant work, and I would literally, this was a huge part of my restaurant set. And it's a perfect example of a trick that came out years and years and years ago, and nobody does anymore. And even though there's millions of moving hole routines that have come out since then, I don't think any of them are as good as the original Nothing in Transit. So when I saw that Nothing in Transit 2.0 was coming out, I was super excited. Now, this is not going to be a video where I talk about the controversy around Full 52. I'm not going to talk about the controversy around Dave Forrest. Nothing like that. This is not what this is about. This is a review. I feel I have to tell you this because I know there's going to be people in the comments that are going to go, okay, this is good, but what's your opinion on this? That's a separate video for a separate time. This is reviewing one of my favorite tricks of all time that has just come back out. It's nice to see Dave Forrest back in the community. He was a huge part of the community when I was coming through, and he's got a wealth of experience, he's got a wealth of knowledge, and it's great to have him back. Everybody also knows that I love moving hole routines. You look at Keymaster, you look at a lot of the work that I've done over the years, a lot of it revolves around moving hole plots. So this is right up my street. So, the original Nothing in Transit came out about 15 years ago, and it got launched at the Blackpool Magic Convention. I remember picking one up, and it sold out very, very quickly, and immediately it went into my set, and I bought a couple of others. And like I said, I was doing it all of the time. It's a super visual trick. Eventually, I lost it, and unfortunately, Dave Forrest went away, and I couldn't get a replacement, so I ended up dropping it from my repertoire. I'm now super glad it's back. I bought one to make sure it was exactly the same thing. It is. It's even better, and we'll get to that in a minute. But off the back of that, I've now ordered another 3. You know, I want to make sure that I'm doing this for a very long time. So what is Nothing in Transit 2.0? Well, basically, it's a slight variation on the original Nothing in Transit. The effect is the same. From a methodology point of view, it's pretty much the same. The only difference is the gimmicks have been slightly redesigned to allow for a small flaw that happened ever so rarely in the original to never happen. So the gimmicks have been redesigned. They are well made, just as well made as they were before. So what is Nothing in Transit 2.0? Well, basically, the whole idea is, and I'm going to show you a performance in a minute, but basically, the whole idea is that you have a deck of cards, you have someone pick a card. You then take out of an envelope a card that says on it portable hole, and there's a hole there, and you visibly pull the hole onto the card that they selected. Now, once you've pulled the hole onto the card that they've selected, you very cleanly show that the card has, in fact, had the hole move. The hole has moved from the original card that the hole was on to the selection. And then visually, and this is what makes this trick, in my opinion, visually, and when I say visually, I mean visually, the hole slides back onto the original portable hole card, off the selection, and at the end, everything is examinable. Now, there's a lot to really love about this trick, and we're going to get into that in a bit. But first of all, I want you to have a look at a performance of this. So this is a performance of Nothing in Transit 2.0 using the gimmicks that you will get if you decide to buy it yourself. I'm going to perform it to Jack. Let's have a look at that, and then I'll bring it back into the studio.
Yeah, Jack. I'm good.
Good stuff. So I've got a pack of cards.
Nice.
And before we do anything, you can give those a shuffle for me. Make sure they're all mixed up. Make sure it's a regular deck of cards. No wires, magnets, threads, trapdoors, secret compartments, or chocolate-covered midgets.
What?
You never know. Make sure they're all good. Are you happy?
I'm good.
Very good. I don't want you saying later on that I made you shuffle into a particular position. I don't want you saying later on I cheated. I mean, to be clear, I'm going to cheat. I just don't want you to think I'm going to.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, exactly. Are you happy with the shuffliness?
I'm good with the shuffliness.
Good.
Is that a word?
I think it is. So I'm going to cut packets of cards onto the table, and as I do, just say stop.
Stop.
There, you sure?
Yep.
If I could tell you the name of that card, would that be good?
Without looking at it, yeah.
I'm not that good. I have to look at it. The Queen of Clubs. Oh my God, it's a miracle. How'd that happen? You're not impressed. I have something here inside this envelope. Something crazy. Something that I'm willing to bet that you've never seen before.
Is it my wages by any chance?
No, definitely not. What I have inside here is, if I can get it open, there we go. What I have inside here is this. This is a portable hole. Have you ever seen a portable hole before?
It's ringing a bell.
Well, it's a hole that's portable. That is a hole, but it's a portable hole. It's a hole that's portable. That's why they call it a portable hole. Have you ever seen like the old cartoons with Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner?
I have.
And Roadrunner has to catch the coyote, and he takes a hole and he drops it down somewhere on a cliff road, and the Roadrunner runs over it and goes meep meep and doesn't fall down, and the coyote gets really mad and went and looks at the hole and jumps and he goes, that's what this is.
Nice.
I had to go to a company called Acme to get this. And it's a portable hole. You can actually put it on anything that you want to. So currently it's on this card. That's where you keep it when you're not using it, you see, because obviously that is a portable hole card. But I can put it on anything. So for example, I could, if I wanted to, put it onto the Queen right now, which is kind of weird, but there you go. You can see it's right there on the Queen of Clubs. It was on the card that had portable hole on it. It was there, and then it went onto the Queen. Any questions?
How the fuck did you just do that? That's my question.
It's magic. It's magic. Look, would you like me to put it back on the portable hole card?
I would.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that. It's quite difficult, but I have to move it. I'll do it in slow motion. How's that sound? I'll do it in slow motion.
Slow motion.
Slow motion. Slow motion. Watch. I'll do this. I'll start to move it.
What the fuck?
Start to move it. Hang on.
Mike, you seeing this?
Start to move it right there. Start to move it. Move it to this position, move it about there, and if I do that, I can take it off the Queen and I can put it right there back onto the portable hole, and that, my friend, is a portable hole, and you can examine everything.
What the fuck?
So that is Nothing in Transit 2.0. That's exactly what it is. That's the effect. And go back and look at that performance again, and specifically look at the moment where this hole jumps from the card onto the back onto the portable hole card. Look at that visual. Now I just did it by having it slide down the card, but you can have it slide all over the place because of the refined, improved gimmick. That's absolutely fine. That's not a problem at all. Now let me tell you a few of the reasons I love this. And one of the first reasons is this is super practical. It's super commercial. So first of all, this uses a shuffled deck of cards in use. All of the gimmicks are basically in the envelope that you take out at the beginning. So you can have a deck of cards shuffled, you can have them mixed up, you can have them shuffled as much as you want to. You then have the card picked, and at that point you then take out the envelope, which is a perfectly natural thing to do because you're taking this specific card out of the envelope, and at that point everything is set up and ready to go into the routine. The next thing that so it's really commercial from a setup point of view. Also, you can reset it in front of the audience, and the reset takes 5 to 10 seconds at the absolute most. You put the card, you put the envelope back into your pocket, and you're reset, ready to go again, ready for the next table. And obviously, you're left with a regular deck of cards, which means that you can go into any routine you want to, which means that this can be performed at any point in your card act. Now, this is a great opener, to be perfectly honest. And a lot of the time when I used to do this in the past, I did it as an opener because, and I've talked about this on the channel before, one thing that an opener should do is it should show, especially if you're using playing cards, it should show them something that they've not seen before, something different, something unique. Well, I'm telling you right now, you have somebody look at a card with a hole in it, they're not going to think that they've seen this trick before. In fact, it doesn't even feel like a card trick. It's not like they're picking a card and finding it. You're using a deck of cards specifically to showcase this portable hole. And you can actually point that out if you want to in your presentation. You can say, look, I've got a deck of cards here, but this is not a card trick. You're going to pick a card, but this is not a card trick. I'm not going to find it in the deck. You're not going to lose it in the deck. It's nothing like that. We're going to use a card to show you an example of a moving hole. And then boom, you're into it, right? It's also very easy to do, okay? So the gimmicks do most of the work for you. It looks way more technical than it is. It's actually really easy. It's got a couple of little moves in it that's not difficult to do at all. So it's actually really easy. Once you learn it, you'll get it fine. The tutorial is about 27 minutes long. That's all it needs to be. Dave goes through exactly everything that you need to know. He explains it all with a fine-tooth comb. He's a very good teacher. Dave Forrest has always been a very good teacher of magic, and this is a perfect example of something that he's spent a long time performing, and so he's very comfortable teaching it. And it's an interesting hook. What I love about this trick is the hook. You know, hey, I'm going to show you something with a portable hole. Immediately you've hooked their attention. At the end of it, it's all examinable. The card, the portable hole card is all examinable, and you're left with a regular deck of cards. So it's great. You know, it's absolutely great. It's something you can throw into your close-up case and you're good to go anytime, anywhere. This is an absolute classic of magic. This is a hidden gem, and I'm so glad that Dave Forrest has brought this back from the dead so that an entire new generation of magicians can perform this to their audiences as well. I'm going to give this the highest accolade I can give a product. I'm going to give it 100%. Now, this is not a Craig and Ryland review show, but I'll tell you right now, I've shown this to Ryland, and he's already wanting to actually put this into his act, even though he doesn't do card magic. And he told me to tell everybody that this is 100% from him as well. So it's 100% from Ryland, it's 100% from me. This is a really cool trick. If you're looking for something that's super visual, no table required, no angles, very, very easy, pack small, plays massive, got an incredible visual, then this is absolutely the product that you want to go for. It's called Nothing in Transit 2.0. It's by Dave Forrest, and you can get it right now from all good magic dealers. So there you go, guys. That's another review show special in the bag. Do me a favor, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, you want to see more videos like this, all you got to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again tomorrow with another video. I'm going to be back at 9 o'clock with a 5x5, so you can go check that 5x5 out. It's going to be 9 o'clock. But I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you once again for joining me. My name's Craig from Magic TV.